really with this. Maybe they know some weird rotation of we'll see later on. But Aurora now can easily answer this. Esmeralda is open. You also have that R that you can even go just straight up Hylos against AP Bren. Although there is the threat of the Lunox, if you have help from your teammates, that could also work. And the CC, obviously.
Okay.
There's no answer to the CC.
This is annoying. It's annoying if you're AP Bren.
Oh my gosh.
The presence of vengeance on the hands of the CC, potentially even the Gatot Kacha, if he doesn't run the Revitalize, just makes sure that you can't go full Mad Lad Chaos Darkening mode if you're Aqua. So that's going to be a big problem. But overall, looking at the entire composition, let's focus on AP Bren for a bit. How do you think AP Bren could extend this to a potential Game 3?
Well, they have to get initiations in the mid game. They can they can force Purifies, they can force battle spells with maybe the Ruby, and then change it up with the Kalea, or vice versa, because they have two options when it comes to initiations. But the most important thing that they need to do to force Game 3 is to make sure that they don't lose in the early game.
Oh yeah. Well,
trade if you can't contest, you know?
Hopefully we do see that, a better early game coming in from AP Bren as we head on to game number 2 of this best of 3 series. It's already Aurora Gaming taking the game 1 lead with a dominant victory, and now with a somewhat similar draft between both of these teams, we might see AP Bren make a miraculous comeback if they're able to fix their early game.
Yep, there is still hope if ever James Fox is able to get the objectives for the second round. Compared to game number 1, where it was really monopolized here for Aurora, and they could also just make the place safer here for Shizu versus onto what happened for game number 1, literally changing the whole narrative for the early facing of our game.
I agree. You know, just make sure that your gold laner has a better laning phase against Dominkite, and okay. James Banks already moving around with that quad shadows, but Yue steals it away. Oh wait, he doesn't. That's good for AP Bren.
Great start here for AP Bren, different from game 1.
Why is Lord JM... Yeah, okay, finally he's level 2, but I wonder what happened if he got frozen or something. But yeah, there's some moves that AP Bren are doing up top wherein they are securing the XP grab, or trying to secure the XP grab by putting 2 heroes up there top, going up against Edward. Not sure if it will be as effective, but at least it's something.
Yep, at least they will be able to unleash the beast without the Lucas though here for AP Bren. And we could definitely see them fight for the first turtle if ever after this first round of minions.
Yeah, I think for AP Bren, they're already doing much better than what they did in game number 1. X-Nova playing it safe, just making sure that the gold laner and the mid laner are having fun in terms of their laning phases. But now with the first turtle about to spawn, Aurora Gaming already establishing a great position around this big objective. But it seems that they're going to go to other places while Demonkite starts it up.
Okay, X-Nova just soaked up most of the damage here for Aurora. But still, I believe this will be a hard-fought turtle if ever James Banks goes in the move. But Lord James already in position. Demonkite backing up a little. James Banks is too far away. He's going to be a first blood and a first turtle. And even so, they could follow for a more sustainable 0-0 for Yue. Still doubles down. Aqua is down. Multiple hits here for AP Bren.
But was it worth it? X-Nova bites the dust with Abyssal Trap. And that's going to be a triple kill for Yue. Now on that snowball once again.
Oh, big oof coming up from AP Bren. They threw 3 bodies just to get that turtle. But 3 bodies dropped against the members of Aurora, particularly from Yue. Obviously, that last arrow was, you know, it required a skill shot, but the first 2 kills from Rora were just so good. They also defended Demonkite right away.
That wasn't what I was expecting when I mentioned that James Banks needs to contest and get first turtles, not at the cost of your teammates, right? And giving triple kill this early on to Yue just says a lot, and Selena needs those numbers in order to snowball this early. And now it looks like Aurora did it again against AP Bren, and another arrow hitting in X-Nova. The intel is just disrupted here for AP Bren.
Well, the moment that you get your first item in this Selena, especially with the amount of cooldown reduction he gets from the boots as well, means that the Abyssal Traps and arrows will be landing quite frequently. And even if you miss 100 of your shots, if you're able to land 100 shots to begin with, it's going to be a really tough battle here for AP Bren.
And Aurora are putting their pieces in the right positions, like this one.
Oh no, that's going to be an easy peasy pick off here for Edward.
Yeah.
Yep. And just like that, 4-0 already. Aurora Gaming ahead by 1,600 gold as this turtle spawns 20 seconds from now. Light in a prime position here. Potential 3v1 though.
Okay, it's going to be a sandwich.
Wow!
Wait, that's a double
Whoa!
taunt here.
Whoa!
And that's going
Whoa!
to be a secured kill here for Dominkite. What had happened there?
Wow, that was fancy footwork. Definitely coming up from Light. Apart from the fact that he's already positioned so well around that Crabbear's bush, he actually moved upwards and then dashed in to catch two of the important members of AP Bren. He did not mind the one in front. He actually went for the backlines.
And that's exactly what you want. But AP Brand going forward onto the front liner. Edward is down, but still a turtle here for Aurora, and not stopping there is going to be Dominkite accumulating that much of an energy shield plus a possible turret push as well.
Almost a kill as well. 240 gold from the platings alone, plus the turtle. Yes, Edward did fall down, but Aurora Gaming, they do find X-Nova.
Oh, there's the dance around. Even the damage force activated. X-Nova already exhausted his ultimate. Might be a go here for Aurora as they circle around the map. Arrow will miss out, but there's going to be Light yet again. Targeting Shizu. A double pick off here for Aurora.
Brother is clip farming on a Gadot Kacha pickup. That is insane. Light with back-to-back insane plays, and now
Again?
Yue steals the spotlight, takes out James Banks. Aurora Gaming now ahead by 4,000.
Full-on massacre here for Aurora.
Unbelievable. It looks like he had like rapid boots there because of how fast he was moving, but he doesn't. Tough boots, not even the Wilderness Blessing. Light is actually styling on AP Bren right now. Good positioning and even better targeting. Almost lines up the members of AP Bren, connecting them like dots. And then allowing his teammates to just destroy AP Bren.
He also makes it look like it's easy to use a Gadot Kacha. But no, that is a very hard thing to do. Go for the double taunt here against AP Bren. The timing is really everything. A chef's kiss here for Light Gadot Kacha.
And to be fair, most of the work is done before the actual play. Positioning himself around at the right time, the right place.
Yeah.
And here's something that you talked about early on, Wolf. X-Nova hates those abyssal traps. The conceal play was cancelled out immediately.
Okay, a lot is happening. And a lot of footwork, as you mentioned, makes it possible here for Aurora. Might be another big objective taken down here, but we feel AP Bren might contest still this one.
All right, AP Bren now setting up around the final turtle of the game, but Aurora Gaming is already around the corner, just in range for the pistol traps and the arrows, and Light will be reclaiming that pixel brush for Aurora Gaming, and it seems that he's going to go for the taunt.
Okay, look, it's going to be Aurora being proactive and getting a pick off here onto AP Bren, and they can do nothing but stare back as the turtle will be rushed over here by Demon Kite.
And that's going to be 2 turtles out of 3 for Aurora Gaming as the gold lead spikes up to 6,000. Wolf, if you're AP Bren, how do you slow this game down?
Oh, you might want to bank on the wave clear that you have from the Beatrix. Maybe get some catch, maybe get the Hayabusa and allow him to go for the split push plays. But there's just not much that they can do apart from that. It's impossible for them to contest this upcoming Lord.
Yep.
Unless Rora, you know, they mess up badly, but I doubt that will be the case.
That's a lot of maybe, but this is a mayday here for Edward. A very nice catch around. The Vital is activated here for Light, able to take down a head. X-Nova for Edward. Is that the right call here for AP Bren? There's the conceal play. They could go for one more. US right on track. Another arrow hitting out to Aqua. But that was a very good pick-off here for both of them.
That was a great pick-off. I think X-Nova plus Lord JM burning the flickers, however, might have just been a bit too much here. Aurora still going to invade the purple side. Hits Dominkite, and here comes the Salmon Force.
Okay, whoops. Lord JM did a cute whoops here onto Demon Kite. Even if I'm offended, don't warn Wolf King. Still, easy takedown here for Aurora.
And now moving towards the first Lord of the game, Wolf. You told us that AP Bren cannot afford to fight for this Lord. What do they do now?
They just split the map, just get some trades afterwards. Just don't die. Don't give away any more resources for Rora. Don't just cut your losses. Because the thing is, they were able to get a kill onto Edward, but they had to spend 2 flickers, 2 ultimates just for that one. In fact, even more ultimates actually, especially coming out from Shizu. And right now, those flickers from both Xnova as well as Lord JM, they're not available. So there's just really no way for them to engage.
Okay, if you can't afford it yet, just don't spend too much time on it. Meanwhile, for Aurora, they could definitely spend their time here. A very good layer here for Edward with a double kill. Light has been taken out, but that is 2 frontliners here from Bren eliminated, and they're not stopping there. Going on the head of Shizu. Aqua as well is a very tight spot. James Tanks activating the Oogie Shadow kill, but it's going to be a close fight here. And that's going to be a very destroyful clash for Aurora.
And all of that happening while the Lord was taking its nice time with Demon Kite here. An 8k gold lead already for Aurora Gaming. And Bren looking to defend against the first Lord push.
Oh my goodness. When we said that Bren should not fight, they still kept on fighting. They still kept on poking. All they needed to do was to defend, but they still fought afterwards. But what a nice layering of spells, by the way, coming out from Rora. They did take out Light after this, but they should have backed out, especially after the stun onto Aqua. And then James Max did not have the Shadow kill prepped, because usually when you pop the ultimate, you go to another Shadow.
Yeah.
But instead, he had to cast the Shadow. And during his dash animation, Dominic already interpolated where he will appear and pop the Synchro Vision in that specific place.
Well, to be fair, I think he didn't really have a choice here for James Banks. If the Quad Shadow was on cooldown, his only defensive option was to go for the Oogie Shadow kill. The Lord does melt in the top lane, and the shields are still online for Bren, but here comes another arrow!
Okay, Aurora is still all over the place, just trying to limit what Bren can do, but Tsunami Slam onto Light. Revitalize activated. It's going to be a nice pull here for Xnova and even Lord JM. But still, that's going to be an unstoppable kill. There's going to be the Wookiee Shadow kill for James Bass, shutting down Dominic Kite.
Massive kill here for Bren. And the best part, if you're part of the Hive, none of your inhibitor turrets went down.
Yeah, very important pickoff coming out from Bren. James Pax just in the right moment, and this time he is prepped up. And he has 3 items with him as well. And for the Heptaseek's Hunter Strike as well as this Malefic Roar. And when it comes to Aqua, he already has the Divine Glaive to go with the Glowing Wand as well. So there is some damage that will come out of Aqua, especially when he nails the Lunox Bomb. In fact, they want to take advantage of this.
Okay, Bren looking a little bit shady.
Edward spotted them.
He knows. We do that too, you know.
Not only did he hear it from a mile away, he's also still running that Vengeance. So was on cooldown during that time. Next Nova takes another Abyssal Arrow to the face. And it seems that Aurora Gaming is just stealing away all the jungle creeps that Bren has before they prep for the Lord.
Still constricting here if you're Bren. Even if you get the perfect target, as you mentioned, but the problem still relies heavily onto who they might have to go through before targeting Dominic Kite and even you.
It's just so difficult for the members of Bren to find those kills. They have to commit a lot, but eventually at the 15-minute mark maybe, they will have enough tools to deal with the members of Rora when it comes to damage output. Because that will mean like 4 items for James Max as well as Shizu and 3 items for Aqua. But the problem is, can they get to 15 minutes?
Well, to be fair, I think James Max already is rocking that Malefic Roar, which means he does deal a bit of damage, but still looking towards that potential BOD.
Okay.
X-Nova doesn't really go in with a concealed play, and now Bren, I think the call here is just defend the waves, give away the Lord, finally taking the safe route for a change of pace.
And maybe just extend the round. As Wolf had mentioned, the 15-minute mark might be the start here for Bren, although it's a late start. But also the BOD has been built up here for Shizu, so one more and they could go for a head here for Aurora.
To be fair with Bren, identifying that was their only window, tried to go for the concealed play. That was actually commendable from Bren. However, Rora are way too experienced, and they know that the only option there for them to lose the Lord was from a concealed play. And it did not happen. Rora now has 10,000 gold to smash against Bren's base.
Yeah, Aurora is reading them like an open book. Just going for the climax here. That's going to be the jump here for X-Nova. Too much damage to handle. Backing away slowly. Able to defend, but not the bottom lane turret here for AP Bren.
And that is a huge inhibitor turret take for Aurora Gaming, considering that the next Lord will be spawning near the top lane, which means that AP Bren needs to send out at least one member to clear this out quickly. And if I'm being honest, the only options that you have to send in the bottom lane would be James Pax and Shizo.
They are.
That won't be a push. Okay.
But gladly, they will take that bait. Dominkite able to back away.
Baby!
But the Ogi Shadow will be able to take him down. It's 4-on-4 here for AP Bren. X-Nova will survive. Members of Aurora was a bit of a second too late here.
Yeah, James Pax securing another crucial pickoff against Dominkite here. 2 of Dominkite's stats are all from the Oogie Shadow kills that James Pax have been throwing around. And looking at the items for James Pax, he is 500, 600 gold away from securing that Blade of Despair.
That's right. And that's a very important pickoff coming out from James Pax. Most importantly, the jump coming out from X-Nova. So instead of layering their stunts between X-Nova as well as Lord JM, this is the fact that X-Nova didn't have the flicker. During that moment, AP Bren have decided that they can go together. And that actually prompted a misplay coming out from Light, going in for the Gatot Kacha ultimate without catching anyone, and not even able to help his Harith in that scenario. So that is actually such a big play coming out from AP Bren, forcing some errors inside of Rora.
And right on cue, we're already on our 15-minute mark of our game, and we're finally seeing some hope with what AP Bren is doing. And I do like that they could just juggle around here for Aurora, go for the bait jumps here for X-Nova, as Wolf have mentioned. Plus, I do like that Shizu, with his position, is not anywhere near assassins here for Aurora.
And despite the 0.5 KDA coming in from X-Nova, he's starting to be tanky enough for AP Bren to buy a bit of time here for both Shizu and Aqua to actually deal damage, especially by picking up that Dreadnought armor and I think a Silence Robe as well. And this is the cost-effective way of just making sure that you're able to tank the damage for your team, but this will be the second Lord of the game, in which case Aurora Gaming will be taking for free. Here comes the Mountain Shocker. They know that this is going to come in without any hesitation coming in from AP Bren, and that's going to be Aurora Gaming taking that second Lord.
Oh, this is the third Lord.
Third? Oh yeah, you're right. That is the third Lord.
Yeah, it looked very fast. Right? You almost forget the first Lord because, with all due fairness for AP Bren, they have actually defended well. It's the time where they were able to pick up Dominkite. So I think it's clear now for Aurora. If Dominkite does not die in this Lord push again, they might just end the game.
So
for AP Bren, what they need to do is to fight under their turrets. In fact, I would say the idea here for AP Bren is that they know that they cannot fight outside of their base, and they know that they have a big disadvantage if they do get out of their base and fight against Rora. So they just decided, let's just give the Lord.
Ooh.
Shizu, you can't afford that.
But still, they have to watch out for this big arrows here from Yue as they defend the Lord, the third Lord for this round. But as they defend and melt down this Lord, their turret onto the top lane has been annihilated here for Aurora. And Edward just waiting for the right moment to pounce on.
Okay.
And X-Nova from the front, going for the Tsunamis amount of life. AOG has been activated. He survived long enough for them to take down AP Bren. It's going to be GG push here as Aurora sweeps AP Bren.